So I stumbled upon this game called Unitres Dreams one day, listening to music from R.R. Thiel, I believe that's how you pronounce that name, for the upcoming Mega Man Perfect Blue fan game, and saw that he made some songs for it. My attention was caught by the simplistic yet charming character art and pastel-like color palette. Later I came to see that this was a demo slash game available to download for Stage 2020, and when I got the time I downloaded it and played it for myself. Unitres Dreams is an experimental demo game made by Unitres Dreams, which may sound familiar if you've been keeping your eye on the Sonic fan game community, as they've made some fan games and hacks in the past that have also been featured in past stages. You play as the one and only Unlimited Trees, and later on throughout the game you play as two other characters to play as, with the goal of finding a way home as they explore several worlds, all with different attributes, though it may be hard to tell the first time going through the game. From my observations, it seems like the main differences come from how hard the characters hit and how much damage they take. Just like most platformers, you have the usual double jump. You can run in both directions, attack in 8 directions, which can give you a boost to speed, and you can block or parry. The game is a fast-paced platformer not too dissimilar to another franchise I know, with boss fights at the end of each act and dialogue here and there to keep things interesting. The levels themselves are pretty big, and some have gimmicks to them, like the swamp level having sludge that slows you down, the carnival-like level having a shoot 'em up section along with carts to ride in. If there's a complaint I have with this game, it would be the hit detection and how fast you can go in this game, if you can believe it. A lot of the time I'd find myself running through a stage and I'd always get hit by a small projectile coming off the screen I didn't notice because I was going too fast. While the amount of health you can get in the levels provide a band-aid solution in most cases, when it comes to the harder levels, it can feel like the game is being pretty cheap. While I'm at it, the levels can feel pretty huge, and I mean huge. Don't be surprised to see that a level takes you over 4 minutes to complete. Sometimes they're so huge that you can easily lose yourself in them when they try to open up multiple pathways for you to take, to the point where it feels like you're playing a game with screen crunch like Sonic Advance. The bosses, while they can be funny and cool, they can be a cakewalk if you position yourself right and parry. By the way, I hope you enjoy flipped perspectives, because this game loves that gimmick. It's surprisingly used often, with the last level using it as the main gimmick. Lastly, the game can be pretty janky. I've had multiple instances where the game would struggle to keep up with the characters, and so the swap mechanic would lock a character into a parry or would just not work, leading to a couple of deaths and restarting of levels. Other than those hiccups, I really enjoyed what this experimental demo had to offer. The music in the game comes from many different artists, like the already mentioned R.R. Thiel, and it's all pretty great. I want to say that the OST leans heavily into the Sega Genesis territory style of music. I'm talking about the funky pop-esque music you'd hear from games like Rise Star, Sonic, and Streets of Rage. While there are a lot of songs that use the Mega Drive sound font, there are also more MIDI/authentic style music to be heard in the game to give each level they play in a different feel and tone. Here are some of my favorite tracks from the game. While the game has a main campaign that acts like the story mode, there are also 2 other extra modes along with the level select and extra menu to play around when you're done with the main game. Original campaign is a short 2-level run with 2 bosses that, from the title suggests, was originally going to be the original game before the main one became a thing. Even though it was short, it was still fun to play through and the levels weren't so big, which is a plus in my book. The next mode is essentially the post game, where the game really ramps up its difficulty and you have to go through 7 new areas with new bosses to fight, which is something I didn't expect in this experimental demo. And I'm not joking about the difficulty in this mode. At the beginning it may seem reasonable, but when the levels stop providing you with a lot of health, that's when it gets real and the jank starts to become a real pain. Level select is self-explanatory, and I'll leave the extras as a secret for those that actually go out and try the demo for themselves, which I recommend you all do. Despite the jankiness, this was a pretty good experience if I do say so myself. If you have any interest in what you saw in this video, or like fast-paced 2D Genesis side-scrollers or games with dialogue like this, I can't recommend this demo enough. This is an ongoing project, so this isn't it for the Unlimited Trees series, as the developer is still adding and working on things, and the game points out that the series will continue. While making this video, a new version has become available and you can now play it on Newgrounds. Overall, good demo game. It's definitely left an impression on me and had me grinning cheek to cheek at some of the things that go on, and I personally can't wait to see more from Unlimited Trees, and I would encourage you all to go take a look for yourself, as this is a free experimental demo you can try for yourself, and if you liked it, follow the creator for updates on the game. I'll leave a link to the Unlimited Trees Twitter as he posts about updates for the game here and there, and the game's download page. That's all I had to say for this video, so thanks for watching. I gotta go back to watching porn.